Welcome to Football Data Journal. And today I have a guest from Romania, Emanuel Roşu. You'd probably know Emanuel from BBC and 442, Guardian, all the fantastic write-ups and commentary. Here we are now analyzing top 3 under 23 players follow-up in Romania Super League this season so far. Emmanuel, welcome.
Hello, Tarkan. It's great to be with you.
Thank you very much. It's been a while, but at least we can now see each other from the video. The first question I have to you is, you've been a Comparisonator user making articles and making commentaries. What do you think of this AI revolution inside the Comparisonator platform? And do you think it's matching your eyes? What you see on the field is actually shown in the numbers via AI?
Yeah, as you know, I've known Comparisonator for a while now. It's a tool which I always ported, which I always used, which I always liked. Of course, numbers and the numbers interpreted in the way Comparisonator is interpreting them are so important in today's football. Even more in Romania, where maybe you don't get the importance um, numbers deserve, because some clubs tend to do scouting and evaluating the old way. So even more looking at the numbers, uh, comparing the players, seeing which of them have performed in terms of actual performance on the video, on the games I've seen, and then looking at the results comparison it is returning is a very good tool, and I'm using it regularly to check up on to certify what I'm seeing, and to see if I'm well. Am I wrong? Am I right? Are clubs wrong to go after a player? Are clubs right to ask for a big amount of money for a certain individual? So yeah, I think the progress inside the platform is nice. It's looking good. It's very useful and very intuitive, very easy to use. So thumbs up for Comparisonator.
Thank you very much. Well, let's go through the 3 players that Comparisonator AI actually detected. Goalkeeper Robert Popa from Utah, um, Louis Munteanu from CFA Cluj is a center forward, and Mihnea Rădulescu, age 19, from Petrolul. Well, let's see what um, the data says. So, AI points earned, which is the artificial intelligent point system that Comparisonator developed, he's number 1 in collective AI point. And also I can check XG per goal conceded, which actually shows the quality of coming shots. Saves, he's number 1. Shots on target, number 1. Accurate long range hand passes, penalties saved, goal kicks shot, successful goal kicks, all number 1. So, what do you think of Robert Popa?
Popa is somehow underrated. When he came through the ranks at FC Universitatea Craiova a few years ago, he was just a teenager. The hype was quite big. He was regarded as probably the next number 1 in the national team. So yeah, there were big talks about around him. He was not playing for a club that was stable, sadly. So they got relegated. He was loaned out to Utah, the team he started the season with. He's a very good keeper. He's a keeper who now doesn't have the aura from the past few years. and people are not paying big attention to him anymore. But when you see these kind of stats, and when you see he's been exposed to so many shots and he's been working so well, you realize that the potential is still there, and that you need to have a thorough analysis and a thorough look at this player still. In fact, Uta just revealed that there were he was a bit unhappy with the club because they have money problems. There's a big pressure to avoid relegation, and he just left. He canceled the loan to Uta. So even more now, going back to our earlier chat, even more now, a future club will be interested to see the stats he's returning after half a season with the club based in Arad. So looking at the numbers and knowing that he's up for grabs, I think it's a good potential investment for the interested clubs.
Fantastic, Emma. Well, let's go through the next player, Louis, CFR Cluj.
Yeah, Luis Munteanu is probably the striker who we are expecting the most from. He returned to Romania from Fiorentina. He was made by the Hagi Academy, a name I think I don't need to tell the Turkish public too much about, because of course he's still a legend of Galatasaray and of Turkish football as much as Romanian football. Luis Munteanu was brought in on the main screen by Hagi at his academy. He's been sold to Fiorentina. He returned on loan to Hagi, and then he made another transfer to CFR Cluj. I think has the best chances to become a top striker, modern top striker in the Romanian league, because he's the modern type of striker. He's very technical, he's skilled, he has a lot of potential, he's somehow physical as well. So if you would look at a striker and you would need a striker, a Romanian striker, let's say, a young one, and if you'd ask me who's the modern Romanian striker for the future, I think I would put my 5 cents on Luis Munteanu, because he has the potential to become really big, and he's highly rated right now. It depends on him to take profit of this momentum he's in right now, and of this hype around him.
Fantastic. So let's go to our next player, Mihnea Rădulescu, the right winger, and this is like 2005 a birth rate, and he tops the league with dribbles, successful dribbles, number one amongst the wingers, successful offensive actions, progressive runs, goals, shot assists. So he's actually fitting right through my eyes. So what do you think of him?
Now that's a big surprise in terms of a player who came through unexpectedly. I would say Mihnea is the one, because before this season his role was minimal. In Petrolul, he was loaned out in the second part of the previous campaign to the second league. But ever since he came back, he was absolutely fantastic for Petrolul. So basically, he came out of nowhere, took the league by storm, had numbers, as Comparisonator stats show. He's been great. He's been a boy doing great things among men. So that's very important at his age. He has rose to proeminence, and he's been also involved with the under 21 national team. I would say he's one of the players you need to keep an eye on. Of course, he will need to pass the test of time because we have only, in reality, only 5 months to evaluate him, because that's when he actually became an important figure for Romanian football. But yeah, if I would check for an under 20 Romania player to keep an eye on. Mihnea would be surely an interesting bloke, because you see dribbles, you see him shooting. He's very consistent. He does a lot of events during a game are related to him. So yeah, he's been a surprise for us, and certainly it can be a surprise for whoever is interested in watching him from abroad.
Emma, it's been fantastic to host you in Football Data Journal Romanian edition, and many, many thanks and Happy New Year to you and your family.
Happy New Year to you and to the entire Comparisonator family, man.